by changing the way you think and the way you look at things, gives you access to what you're truly passionate about. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Comfort Zone 360. My name is Davey, and I'm your host. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today on today's podcast. And we have an amazing topic that we're going to go ahead and dive deep in, discuss about. One of those things in life is finding your passion and what you're truly passionate about, things that you truly love to do, and even pursuing those passions. So we're going to dive into finding your passion and pursuing it. But not only that, but having a cool little tip that can truly alter your outcome of what you do with your passion. So, it's one of those things that, we sit here and we realize, are we destined for more? And sometimes we truly are. We haven't fulfilled our destiny. Sometimes people pass away without truly even getting to what they are truly destined for. And that's not you. You are ready. You have those feelings that you've been accumulating over a course of time, and you don't know why. You don't know why you're feeling this. So, it's one of those things that you may have everything in place. You may have a great job. You may have family. You may have friends. You may have a great social life, but something is missing. Something minute could be missing, or something grand can be missing. But you still have that feeling that your life isn't truly fulfilled to its max. And it all starts with self-reflecting. It all starts with kind of realizing yourself. It starts with understanding, do you have it all together? Do you have it, nothing together? Is your life very organized? Is your life a disaster? It's identifying all those different pieces in your life to kind of just jumpstart what you're trying to do. It really gives you the ability to see your life as a whole, and it gives you a better understanding. Being able to do that, being able to look at your life as a whole and get a better understanding, you can look at certain things that gives you a different perspective in life. And, I've been there. I've been in those positions where I was working. I didn't know what I was passionate about, but I just had to work. And I always had this sense of something was missing. I had this sense of, am I really happy in what I'm doing? Or am I secured in what am I doing? Am I ecstatic in what I'm doing? And it's one of those things that I didn't have it all together, but I was working. I was doing what I had to do, but something still felt like it was missing. Something felt like it wasn't me. It wasn't who I was. Or there was a piece to the puzzle that just did not fit. It didn't fit into my lifestyle that I wanted, and I wanted to do something that's going to better what I can truly do in life. And, life can seem like you have everything in place, right? I'm sure you've been there. You have everything in life. Everything is ready to go. It's in place. You don't have any worries. But sometimes, you may be sitting alone. You may be at home or at lunch or whatever, working. And you get this feeling just, deep down in your chest. And you feel that you are destined for more. You feel that you do have the ability to bring on more or do more, but you just don't know how to start. You don't know how to get to that point. There's many ways that we can truly get to there, but, when we don't understand those feelings, then we don't do anything with those feelings. We don't, try to level these feelings up to a different level to where we start to utilize them to better our lives. And honestly, it's a feeling that kind of feels bad in a sense. It doesn't feel quite good, and almost nothing can fulfill it. You know, not a snack, not a completion of something, not your friends, not even your family sometimes. There's something that's just missing there. And we're like a puzzle. We're all like a puzzle, right? You could have one or two missing things to the puzzle and you realize it's still a beautiful piece. It's still a beautiful outcome. But deep down inside, there's two puzzle pieces still missing. And that if you get those puzzle pieces and put them in place, you have a sense of accomplishment. You have a sense of fulfillment. You have a sense that does not go anywhere. So, we look at certain things in a way that truly can benefit our lives, but only in that moment. Sometimes we stop looking at the things, in the future. Sometimes we stop looking at the things that can benefit our lives in the now moment or tomorrow or the next week. We just want to fulfill this current feeling, right? And you continue to fulfill these current feelings and they're not escalating in a level that you want it to escalate to. So, you're destined for more. You feel it inside. You don't know what to do with it. I used to ignore it a lot, actually, and it didn't feel good over time. It didn't feel great as I ignored it more and more. It just felt like something was always missing. There was nothing that was there to fulfill it. And I didn't know what. It drove me nuts. It drove me insane, actually. Because imagine you want to fulfill something internally or you want something to be fulfilled in your life and nothing is fulfilling it. Nothing. Not anything. You can't find anything to take that place. And that's just like a puzzle piece, Hence why a puzzle is so unique to itself. You have all these different shapes and sizes that fit into one another to create something beautiful. And that's just like you. You are as beautiful as that puzzle. So you have to fit your puzzle pieces into place. And sometimes that does require you finding your puzzle pieces. Sometimes that requires a little bit of extra dedication to yourself to find what you truly are trying to fulfill in your life. And it all starts with a very, very clear and direct approach. It's just you. You know you best. And it's time that you start listening to you. Once you find that inner voice inside and you start aligning yourself, you start to march into the world. I'm going to go change the world now. I found my passion. I'm going to go change the world. I'm going to go do great. That's a great mentality and way to look at things. But, it's just like the Persian poet Rumi, once said, "Yesterday, I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today, I am wise, so I'm changing myself." That statement alone is so powerful that it took me about 2.5 months to realize what it truly meant. Yeah, it took me some time, but I got to that moment. I I've always wanted to help the world in some way. I just didn't know how. And before I got into transformational coaching, I essentially was helping people just in their everyday lives, just talking to them and just being a great friend that genuinely can bring valuable information for a situation that could be better for them and even for myself. And starting this journey, I wanted to change the world one person at a time. I always said I wanted to change the world one person at a time. And I was doing that. I was helping people every single day. And I realized I started taking it on, so like a project essentially. And I was helping these people. And I was like, I feel great. I'm doing great. I'm doing good. And as I was doing that, I was so concerned about just helping people, right? I didn't do anything inside. I just did everything outside because I just wanted to help people and I just wanted to do that. And I lost myself doing that. I I lost who I was, my personality, my abilities in life that I can bring to the table. I lost that. And I started to take on people's problems. I started to take on their issues. I even took them on a personal level. Yeah, I'm human, but I was consuming these people's problems like if they were almost mine to try to find a solution for them. And I lost myself. I lost everything about me. And everyone that I've met, it was just living through them. So then I said, you know what? I can't do this no more. I've got to find a different way. Something still is missing. I wanted to find it. I just didn't know where to look, right? I didn't know where to start. I didn't know where to find what I was looking for. So once I've gotten past the fact that I wanted to change the world one person at a time, I jumped onto I wanted to change the world one room at a time, right? I said, you know what? Think big. Think bigger. So I was going to a lot of these little social events, these little therapy events that, had congregation of people just meeting together, talking to each other. And I would attend them with a group of friends. And I would even go to, friend social events, friends parties and things like that. And I noticed that every time I went to these social events, there was a unique pattern about them, right? I would start talking, introduce myself, and everyone would start, doing the same thing, introducing self, what they do for a living, and, just communicating with one another, just, sharing insight about our families and about our lives. And it always came back to, hey, so, you're a transformational coach, so you talk about transformation. What do you think about this? Okay, no problem. So I'm talking about it, and, there's a group of people listening, so it's a more open event. So we're all speaking about it. And then it was like another person would ask and another person would ask. And then it was like if almost everyone got in line wanting to hear a tip, trick, or just something about transformation that they can benefit from and that everyone else around us can benefit from. So I had no problem doing that. I loved it. It was great. But then I realized what I was truly losing was my time. And the reason I was losing time was because I had and I still do till this day, have a strict schedule that I obtained by, and my time was bleeding into other things. So now I was losing value in certain areas where initially I had value everywhere, but now I'm not being as valuable as I truly can be. And it just took me in a place that just became unorganized. It took me in a place that I just didn't like. I didn't want to be there anymore. And, I was so concerned about changing the world that it then dawned on me that the world is not out here. The world within is what you need to change. I was concerned about changing the world, that I didn't realize that the world lives within me. My world lives within me. And if I want it to change what happens on the outside, I have to change what happens on the inside. I have to change the feelings on the inside first. I have to change the way I look at things on the inside first so that I can amplify them and use them on the outs so that it can truly make a difference in this world. You know, I was a very big believer. It was like, oh, my words are my opinions that the world needs to hear. No, that's wrong. My words the world doesn't need to hear. It's my actions that the world needs. The world needs more people leading by example. The world needs more love and kindness. The world needs more ability to help each other. And I realized that if I want to change the world, I have to change that in me. I have to be kind. I have to be loving. I have to be caring. And all those different things I was able to change internally. And by doing that, it took my mindset to a different level. It took the ability to really look at things and truly love everything that I do. You know, it's an evolving moment for me. And it's an evolving moment for you too. Because you're able to take that moment and you're able to evolve to a whole nother standard. You know, by changing the way you think and the way you look at things gives you access to what you're truly passionate about. It gives you access to new openings, new beginnings. It gives you the door you need to truly make a difference. You know, changing your mindset is hard. It's honestly very difficult, right? We're conditioned to stay in this certain mindset. You know, we're conditioned through our childhood, the interactions that we have with people, the different work environments that we're in. So we're essentially conditioned for different type of situations that we've encountered in our lives. But when we realize that that condition is just for those moments, we can open our perspective on a whole nother level. We can open the way we look at things, you know. I can't change the world by myself. Neither can you. But if we change the way we look at things, then we can see the world in a different perspective. We may even see the world in that beautiful place that we truly want it to live in. We can see it when we open our eyes to a different perspective. And when you start having more love and more transition into that different perspective view, and you start looking at things more than just your way, other ways as well, things that you start to love will accumulate. Things that you start to love will start populating more and more. Your passion, right? What you're destined for will find you, right? Because there's two ways to get to your destiny. It's either you work hard and you go and eventually you find your destiny, or you let your destiny find you. Either way, it's what you're destined for. And it's time. It's time that we wake up. We wake up in gratitude and appreciation for what we do every day, what other people do for us. And we wake up and see a beautiful place that we've always truly wanted to look for. You know, you have to align your mindset with the desires in life that you truly want, and your destiny will reveal itself. Your path that you never thought would be paved for you will be there ready for you to walk. Your abilities of feeling that mysterious feeling inside. Well, you won't be left feeling empty anymore. You won't be left with that feeling of emptiness because now you're finding your passion and you're pursuing it at that. You're not leaving your passion behind. You're finding it, or it's already found you, and you're pursuing it to its maxed ability. That's successful. That's the great, dream, essentially. Doing what you love. I've met people that they have been in their life for, they've done a couple of things in their life. I've met people that have truly found their passions early in life, and even till this day, they love what they do. And they won't change anything about it. They have found their success through their passion. They have found what they truly love through the opportunity of change, through the opportunity of mindset, through the opportunity of growth. They found what they love. It's one of those things that we sit here each and every time, and we sit here together and we get inspired by each other. I get inspired by you just being here with me and motivated to keep going. And the ability to keep pushing past all the difficulties. Yeah, it's not easy. It's hard, but it's not impossible. Because nothing is impossible. But it is possible to find the excuses to make it impossible. I know times have been very hard. I know times have been hard for you. Sometimes they've been hard for me. And you may not have a hard time right now in life. You may be great in life and you're doing an amazing job and everything's there. And you still have that feeling of something's missing. You still have that feeling of, am I destined for more? Well, I'm here to tell you right now that it's time to go after what you want. It's time that you truly do what makes you happy. And if you're unsure what to do, just start. Start with something. Write it down. Take a piece of paper, write your goals down. Right? If that's not for you, take a goal board. Take a poster board. Put all the different things that you want in life on that. If you want a specific car, your dream car, go find it. Find a photo of it in a magazine or print it off the internet. Cut it out. Put it on your goal board. Right? Put that board in your physical view each and every day so that you can take your goals and maximize them. Right? Because when you start visually seeing your goals, you're going to be successful. Right? And it also keeps you accountable on what you want, right? You tell yourself you want this brand new Lamborghini vehicle. Perfect. Put that on your goal board. And believe in it. Affirm it. Confirm it. That it's going to happen. And you will start to see that those things start to get better each and every day. Keep following your dreams, guys. I know things are hard, and especially sometimes with the economic standpoints and dealing with just life in general. Keep following your dreams. Don't stop. Don't stop towards your goals. Be the best person you can be. Show yourself the endless opportunities and show no mercy at all to your goals. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me today on the Comfort Zone 360. I'm your host, Davey. Have a good one. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into today's podcast. It is truly an honor for you guys just to be here and share these incredible messages with you guys. If you gained any value from today's podcast, can you please, guys, just like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so that you can stay up to date with amazing other episodes that we have coming your way. We also have amazing guest speakers coming on the show to just continue spreading just amazing words that can be simplified for anyone to utilize just on an everyday basis. So please keep shining, keep being the best you, don't give up on your dreams, and until next time, guys, thank you so much.